Video games has been growing rapidly ever since the start of the technological era. With that being said, everyone has most likely stumbled upon these games, whether it is mobile games to console games or even in the arcade. With exposure to these kinds of games, there is one particular practice in the gaming industry that has been quite controversial: loot boxes. What are loot boxes? You can notice that every time you download a game in your phone, there will always be a tutorial on how to navigate the game and how to play it. Most likely, you'll go through the process of microtransactions, using your money to buy premium currency to boost your gameplay. Loot boxes is a type of microtransaction that people can buy as an extra revenue to the game developers. These mechanics is like opening a chest that has items in it. The items can be for cosmetics in the game, to characters, or even power-ups. To put it in a better perspective, they are like baseball cards or trading cards. You know, one of those Pokemon cards that you have, but you don't know how to play. Whenever you buy a pack, you never know what's in them until you actually open them. The difference is that loot boxes are more in the virtual side. But the anticipation and the feeling for opening these mystery boxes are always intriguing. Similarly, like in the casinos, slot machines has a random chance of winning. The sense of anticipation when pulling the crane, waiting for the 7 digits to line up in a row just to win a jackpot. In loot boxes, people anticipate rare items. Those items that can only have 1 out of 50 chances of getting that super rare loot that you've been wanting in the game. But loot boxes, compared to casinos, the house always wins. Meaning to say that the loot boxes will always give you a certain amount of items, whether you want it or not. The debate whether or not loot boxes are a form of gambling is always open to discussion. As of now, China and South Korea has laws to make games show the percentage chance of getting certain items in a loot box. There are also other countries that actually has these banned overall. In my opinion, risking money for a chance of winning something is already somewhat gambling, and this can harm our society. One of my favorite famous YouTuber, Game Theory, and their video, How Loot Boxes Hack Your Brain, they state that the feeling of addiction starts when actually opening these crates, not when you actually get the item. Our brain is wired to release dopamine when we sense the anticipation of the randomness the loot boxes can offer, and that itself is already dangerous when people continue to buy and buy these mystery boxes. For me, I still like the mechanics of these loot boxes, but there are people who sometimes cannot control their need to open these boxes. Another fact that the video gave is loss of aversion. We humans hate losing more than winning, and that being said, loot boxes are not always guaranteed to satisfy your want, therefore you buying more of it. Another potential danger that these loot boxes can offer is to the vulnerability to our minors. We all know that the younger generation are always on their phone, playing video games endlessly. With kids still being mentally developing, these kinds of addictions can harm them and may lead to even worse than just opening loot boxes. And for me, games should be more strict in terms of their game ratings, whether minors should play games that has these loot boxes or not. Lastly, I think these loot boxes can really ruin video games. In my opinion, there are loot boxes that I can allow, which only gives cosmetics, like skins and clothes for characters. That really doesn't affect the gameplay at all. Just recently, the game company EA, for releasing Star Wars Battlefront, they had loot boxes that had power-ups and characters that were strong and makes you unbeatable in online games. And this to me ruins the essence of the game, especially when you bought the game for $60 and they expect you to buy more through microtransactions to really enjoy the game completely. You know, with our constant growth in technology, video games are always one of those medias that has a strong influence through our evolving technology. And these kinds of potential danger can be possible and is, happening right now. My name is Joseph Charles Balisalisa, signing off.